I'm Randy Altman with postPerspective. We're at NAB 2017, and I have HP's Josh Peterson. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
You guys have a lot of news because you made some announcements last week and then today as well.
That's right. Yeah, so we made announcements late at the end of last week and then kind of over the weekend and this morning.
So why don't you just jump in? What's targeting the M&E market, why you're at NAB, why it's important?
Yeah, so for us, first off, it's wonderful to be at NAB. This is our one of our biggest opportunities to actually talk to customers and share kind of not only what we've just announced, but also kind of give them a sneak peek in our secret suite and actually gather the customer insights that are driving the products. And so it's what the funnest part about this is when we're launching the new products, customers are getting to see firsthand the feedback that they've driven into those products.
So stuff that you might have been showing technology-wise at last year's NAB is now
exactly. We
available.
were showing last year a prototype of the new DreamColor Z310x that we actually announced this morning. So just as an example, and at the time we got some feedback and we were able to make some changes and added some features based on feedback. And so NAB is an invaluable event for us. It's fantastic to be here, and it's really fun, like I said, to come and announce the products that people got a sneak peek of last year at the show. So
what else is new? Were there mobile workstations?
Yes. Yeah. So one of the big things we launched at the end of last week was our brand new lineup of HP ZBook mobile workstations. And these ZBooks are basically it's an end-to-end portfolio refresh for us. So and there's lots of exciting things that we've added. So of course we have faster graphics, faster CPUs, faster memory. So the applications are going to run faster, but that's just the beginning. So at the high end on the ZBook 17, this is our very first mobile workstation that has VR capabilities. So it's with NVIDIA's new Pascal P5000 class graphics. Now you can take your mobile workstation and drive a very, very high performance VR experience. And you can take it with you. And so why is that important to customers? Well, customers, a lot of times they'll do their creation, but then they have to take the VR experience on the road. They either have to take it to clients or shows like this, and then usually they have to pack up a bunch of tower workstations. Now you can do it with the ZBook 17. And so you can do it as a creation and consumption off the same exact platform. And so last year at NAB we launched our desktop workstations that are VR capable, and this year now we're adding mobile workstations into the mix. So now we've got desktop or mobile, so regardless of your workflow being fixed or being mobile, now we've got a VR solution for you. So that's at the ZBook, the high end of the ZBook 17. And then also at the other end of the spectrum, we're actually bringing out a 14-inch ZBook, which is, we've had customers say, hey, I'd love to have a smaller screen size, but they still want application performance, whether it's FirePro graphics, high-end Core i7, and so we've actually introduced a ZBook 14, which will be introduced this June. And so, and then to kind of fill in the gaps between there, we've got, of course, the ZBook 15, which is our best-selling mobile workstation on the planet. It's the one that people gravitate to because it's the perfect combination of portability, performance, and price. Our ZBook Studio is kind of our premium product that a lot of the people that feel like they've been abandoned by their non-Windows workstation, the ZBook Studio gives them that beautiful product that has great performance for the creative professionals. That's the ZBook Studio. And then of course we've got our Ultrabook category, the ZBook 15U and the 14-inch. So really the broadest portfolio of mobile workstations that we've ever had to meet every single need of customers, ranging from VR to ultimate mobility.
So who do you, okay, so what about desktop? Did you make any announcements?
So we didn't make any announcements recent at the show. We just introduced the Z2 Mini workstation at the end of last year, and we started shipping that this year. And so this is kind of our first show where people get to take a first-hand look at it in the professional space. And so, and what's interesting about the Z2 Mini is, at HP we've really started focusing more and more on the premium design of our products. And Z2 Mini, we really went all out, and we're getting accolades and awards for the design of the product. And it's interesting talking to customers who typically would gravitate towards a really high-end tower. They look at the product, and the conversation goes from, does this product fit into my environment, to they look at it and they're like, how do I make this product fit into my environment? And so it may not be their main editing station, but it's a small workstation that can be mounted anywhere, drives 6 digital displays, and it's got full Xeon with a NVIDIA GPU and something that's less than 3 liters, and it's beautiful, and so.
And it's shipping.
And it's shipping. Yeah, we started shipping it, and we're ramping it at this point. And so this is kind of the first show where people get to kind of take a closer look at it because it's gotten a lot of buzz, but now they get to actually see it. So.
Okay. And what about? Can you talk about the display?
Yeah, and then the display space. This is like the sneak peek that people got last year on our new Z310x. We launched what is, and let me stop there. Let me back up just a second and talk about the history of DreamColor. I think you've probably heard the story, but we've got, about 10 years ago, customers came to us because they were using big CRT displays that were color critical, part of their workflow, and those CRTs were going to be discontinued.
Yes.
And so we had customers like DreamWorks or ILM and Weta coming to us and saying, we need help with a solution, and we actually co-developed DreamColor technology with those studios, and we've been evolving ever since. In 2015, we won the Scientific and Engineering Award for our DreamColor technology. Today, over 80%, since I think 2010, 80% of the Academy Award nominations for animation, video effects are using HP DreamColor. So it's something that we take a lot of pride in, and I can tell you the new HP Z310x, I hope everybody gets a chance to see this display because it is fantastic. It's high resolution, so it's true cinema 4K, 4096 by 2160, so it's very high resolution. It's 31 inches, so it's a very large display. But what's most important is it's got all the color critical features that customers like in broadcast, animation, video effects, where they have color critical parts of their workflow. It's got over 99% DCI P3 color gamut coverage. It's got the highest contrast ratio of any display we've ever delivered with a 1500:1 contrast ratio. And today, most customers have to go display by display to calibrate their displays. What we've done is we've actually integrated an automated colorimeter. So at night or on the weekends, you can have it come down and there's a little colorimeter that comes out of the display, does the calibration, and then retracts back into the display. And so it can be scheduled once a week, once a month, whatever customers decide what to do. And it's completely automated. So it completely saves all the labor and uncertainty whether or not it's been calibrated.
Right, yeah. I was going to say that a lot of worry goes into that, so that's pretty cool. Josh, thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
I know it's a busy show, day one, things are heating up and getting crazy.
Well, this is, like I said, this is a fun show for us.
It is fun,
pleasure
right?
to be here, absolutely.
All right, well, thanks again.
Okay, thank you.